T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy.
Yeah.
You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Yes, lovely people. Hope you're well and welcome back to a Kop-Ish catch up. As always, when we get behind the mic, please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. Not going to be a long one today. Just wanted to do a little update on a few things that are happening. Yeah, not loads of things happening, but a few little things. Drift, how you doing, bro?
I'm blessed, brother. Well, as blessed as can be.
Yeah.
And the craziness that we're dealing with, everything we're going through and everything. So I'm just blowing my nose. Yeah, I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. Well, like I said, as blessed as can be.
One of them days, bro. One of them days. We got to start with the main story. In my opinion, probably the most important story of the summer, potentially. And that is Trent Alexander-Arnold is apparently being offered 300K per week to sign a new deal as a Liverpool player and get a new contract. First and foremost, over the moon, we are trying to sort it out. It seems like it's a priority for Richard Hughes, if reports are to be believed. 300K Drift, if I'm not mistaken, that makes him the second highest earner at the club. Your thoughts?
I would probably say, considering Trent has had the most responsibility, in my opinion, even if it's only by a little bit, he's had the most responsibility within the team since he became a regular with regards to, you know, how much he had to defend, how much he had to help attack. The creativity was always through him, etc., etc. He's earned the right, really, to be able to get that type of money. I'd probably say Alisson, Virgil, and Salah are the only other players in the team who should be on the same money as him based on what they've earned and having the right to have that money. So, yeah, I don't really have that much of a problem with it, if I'm being honest with you.
Me neither. I know 300K is a lot of money, but like yourself, like he's won everything with the club. He's been one of our most instrumental players, and it's kind of the going rate for a top player now. Like you know how highly I rate Elise, for example. Elise is on what, 220 at Bayern Munich, if I'm not mistaken, or around that fee at Bayern Munich.
I don't actually know how much he's on.
Elise hasn't won anything yet. He's not played Champions League football. Like, not played it. I don't know if he's played for France senior level yet. Trent's done all those things. Like 300K for me, that's.
Jamal and Ali have made a good point between 250 to 300 grand a week Saka gets. So Trent deserves the same amount. He's contributed way more to Liverpool than Saka has to Arsenal. So
me personally, I don't have an issue with it. Even when, for example, so I read out like the top earners at Chelsea, for example. Lukaku 325, Sterling 325, Reece James 250, Ben Chilwell 200, Fofana 200, Nkunku 195, Enzo Fernandez 180, Cucurella 175. Like, I'm not being funny.
How the hell have we got a higher wage bill than Chelsea?
We haven't. I've explained this, Drift. We haven't got a higher wage bill.
No, but even if you add all those people you add into ours, it can't be more than that. Because dinner ladies and them people there don't get no stupid wage.
It's not just
How the hell have we?
The wages is every single person who receives a salary at Liverpool Football Club, not just the players.
No, Cal, but you know when you deep
and
it
incentives as well. Incentives as well.
But would that? How many people would you say at Liverpool who are non-playing staff would be earning more than 100 grand a year?
I don't know, but you got to think stewards, all of that. They do add up. It does add up.
I know, but I'm thinking, how can it catch up with these man who've got 200 grand a week for Chilwell? You know, bro, flipping no, that's ridiculous. Chilwell gets 200 grand a week. That's mad. That's actually mad.
Yeah, it's a crazy world we live in. Do you think Trent will agree to that contract though? And if so, what sort of knock-on effect will that have for the likes of Virgil and Salah, in your opinion?
I don't think it will have a bearing on the others, and the reason I don't think that is because we didn't see anybody be bothered about Mo getting that much.
No, so no one else was really due for a contract around the same time as Mo, though.
Yeah, well, so what I was going to say is what this will mean is Virgil and Salah, who are the two players whose contracts need to be renewed, those are the two that may look at it. Salah can't ask for more than 350. He's already the highest earner, and that is like the going rate for a player of his talent, unless you go to Real Madrid or PSG, where like...
I mean, if Sterling and Lukaku on 325, Salah could ask for more than 350.
I get that, but Lukaku's on 300 because he was a 90 million pound record signing, and they thought he was going to be the missing piece. Like I don't think they think he's worth that now, but at the time, that was what they felt they had to offer, what they thought was a missing piece to their ability to win the league. So yeah, he's not worth it, but do you get what I mean? I think at that time they thought that was valid. So maybe, all right, here's the reason why he can't ask for more, because he's old now. And I say that with all due respect. The contract that he signed 3 years ago, that was the contract that he could have possibly maybe pushed the boat out and got 400 or whatever, not at 32 years old. There's no way now at 32 he can turn around and still demand. I mean, he can say, well, they're going to pay me that in Saudi, and it'll be like, well, adios then. And I don't mean that with disrespect. It's like, well, then go Saudi then, because I don't know anyone else that would pay him more than 350 at his age. Even Real Madrid wouldn't pay him more than 350 at 32 years old.
I mean, De Bruyne gets 400k at Man City.
No, but his contract was signed 4 years ago, remember? That's why it's run out now. So, like, but they wouldn't give him that now. There's no way they'd give De Bruyne 400 grand a week at 33 years old. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'd be very shocked if they did.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't be mad if Liverpool went up to 400 to keep him.
I wouldn't be mad at it. I would just find it a little bit weird that he would assume at that age he can demand more. His value can't go up at this age.
But why? Because we keep on talking about his age. Shouldn't it be to do with his production on the football pitch? And if we're going on based on production and importance to the team, it's second to none. Yeah, but if he signs a 3-year contract on that, he'll be a 35-year-old earning that, and we know his production won't be like that when he's that age. So you've got to factor in. We don't know that though, Jeff. We genuinely don't. All right, common sense would tell you then. No, because footballers are playing for longer now, bro. And let's be real, if anyone keeps themselves in great condition, it's Salah. So he could potentially continue doing what he's doing. I'd be very shocked if a 35-year-old was playing wing. Last season, before he went to AFCON and then got injured, you'd say he was not. I would say he was the best attacker in the league. I don't know, he weren't really good last season, But before he went to AFCON. Yeah, I think it's a misconception. I think his numbers were good, bro. But I don't think he ever really put a consistent run of performances together, if I'm being honest with you. Before he went to AFCON, he was quality last season, I don't think he was, bro. He had moments of quality. I don't think he was consistent, Cal. I don't remember like 5 games in a row of Salah playing well. It was like in spurts. He was like, I don't know. I don't know if the people agree with me, but no, he was before he went to AFCON. He was good. He was good. And then when he came
I
back,
know he
it
was
was
good
similar.
statistic-
It was similar to the quad chasing season, but I think that's again to do with fatigue and being overplayed and rushed back. Whereas if it was a case of let's say we brought in someone like a Kubo who could rotate with him. So let's say 60 minutes gone in the game and we're winning the game 3-0. Right, Salah comes off, he's fresh for the next game. Or Salah even says, you know what? Slots goes, you don't have to play this Champions League game. Like, I want Kubo to get a start. That's the sort of thing that prolongs his career, in my opinion.
Yeah, I hear that. But again, I still think, even for the people who, for some reason, if you say one thing about Salah, all of a sudden you hate the man, which is pathetic that people get that defensive that you can't even say one thing about the man. But
Yeah.
I think it's visibly obvious he's declining. However quick that may be is up to interpretation, but he is declining. Mo Salah isn't the player he was 2 years ago. So I'll be very surprised if at this age he could ask for more money. If he gets it, fair enough, but I'd be very surprised. Same with Virgil. If Virgil sees Trent get 300 grand, I can understand why his importance to the team might make him feel like he should also be able to get that. But he's 33, coming up 34. Can
And he's the
Virgil really ask for more?
He's the
Not
captain.
really.
He's the captain and he's the best in the world.
I know, but bro, at
we
nearly
keep on saying
34
age
years
though,
old,
bro,
how
like-
can he ask for more money when he's declining as well? Like obviously, like by the time he's like 35, whatever, he can't be on like 400 grand a week, but he's the bench player. Like only Man United and Chelsea do reckless things like that. Liverpool don't operate in a budget where we could have a 35-year-old still got 1 or 2 years left in his deal and 400 grand a week sitting on the bench. Liverpool, we don't have the luxury of doing that, bro.
I hear it, but we keep on talking about age though. For me, it's more about the productivity, because you can be 24 or 25 and you could just not be producing the numbers. Like if a player is in great physical condition and they're the best in the world in their position still, I think they should be paid like.
No, I agree with that. But what the problem is, bro, is at this age, common sense would tell you if you were the person signing the check, they're going to get worse because of their age. Do you get what I mean? Like, yeah, there's some outliers like a Modric or a Tony Cruz or someone like that who's like an outlier. But generally speaking, a lot of clubs, once you get past 30, they're very skeptical on giving you high wage or long contracts because you have no idea when the cliff is about to, do you know what I mean, is about to happen. So maybe if it was a short deal, like if Mo or Virgil only got a 2-year deal, maybe they'd go up higher in their wages. But if they get a 3-year deal, which the rumors are is what Salah wants for like the security of whatever, I'd be very, very surprised, very, very surprised if the club are like, yeah, let's put a 33-year-old on an extended 3-year contract on 400 grand. It'll be like, it's a bit risky, isn't it? But we'll see. I want Virgil and Salah and Trent to all stay. So at the end of the day, technically, I'm just speaking from a logical business standpoint. Like I want them to stay. So whatever we got to do to get them to stay is cool. But I can understand why the club wouldn't want to up Virgil or Salah's wage at their age. But Trent's 25, 26 years old. Give him what it is, man.
What about back pay?
For who? Virgil or Salah?
Both. Salah and Virgil have been the best in the world in their position for a while now.
I mean, to be fair to Virgil, I love the fact he never got money hungry with any of the contracts that he signed. Because if I'm not mistaken, he's on 217 grand a week, which for him,
genuine question for you. Let's say, for example, Liverpool did go and did. Let's say Liverpool did a Callum and said, you know what, 375 for Salah, 300 for Virgil, and 300 for Trent. Would you be upset with it?
No, I wouldn't be upset with it. No, okay. I wouldn't be upset with it.
I think realistically that would be fine. I wouldn't have an issue with that at all. Like Thiago's salary's gone. The rest of that can go to bumping up Trent's and Virgil's effectively, and Adrian's salary can go to, some of that can go to Salah.
But I rate Virgil because I'm not saying that being on over 200 grand a week isn't a lot of money. Of course it is. But to have been at the level he's been at and to be the player he is, and have never really scoffed or made a fuss, and this will be his third contract renewal. So he's made 2 already at Liverpool, and he's only on that much. I rate it because it proves that he wasn't like just about money, because he could have demanded way more than 210, 220, whatever he's on. Like Virgil, innit? Like after he had that Ballon d'Or season, he could have turned around and said, I want 350, 400. Like, and who would have been able to say anything? But he didn't. So I rate it.
I do as well. Well, people in the comments, let us know. 300k for Trent per week. Are you happy with that? How are you feeling? I'm over the moon if that happens and if he signs a new contract. I do not want to lose Trent. I'd love him to become a midfielder. Imagine I'm even coming around to the idea of him staying at right back a little bit more day by day as well. So let's just keep Trent, man. He could be the DNA for our club going forward, and he could, in my opinion, go to a new level as a footballer as well. And I'd love to see him do that in the red of Liverpool Football Club. So we'll see. Smash that like button if you haven't already, please, guys. Right, on to the next topic, and that is Liverpool are flying out to America for the start of their preseason tour. Their first game is the 27th of July, UK time, 12:30 a.m. So not Saturday morning, 12:30, as Matt would say, early hours of Saturday morning, 12:30, and they have released their preseason squad, and it reads as follows. So we are bringing, in fact, I'll share the screen. That will make it easier so you guys can see it.
Ali, we will be doing a watch along, brother. 100%.
Tifo, Team Tifo.
Team Tifo. If you don't know, hopefully you get to know.
Gotta get to know people. All right. Can you see that, Drift?
I can, yeah.
All right. So, traveling squad is Endo, Szoboszlai, Salah, Jones, Elliott, Simikas, Robertson, Carvalho, Bajcetic, Chambers, Pitaluga, Phillips, Gordon, Doak, McConnell, Yaros, Kelleher, Beck, Nallo, Kumas, Sepp Vandenberg, Kwanzaa, Tyler Morton, Bradley, Blair, Stevenson, Davies, and Nioni.
You know what's funny about when you said that, bro? I thought you was going to say Steffi B when you got to percentage. So I was quite surprised that you just said percentage.
No, I'm being
and then when you said Phillips, you went, Phillips?
Yeah, because I don't understand how we keep on like, you know, I'm a Phillips fan, innit? I just don't understand why we've still got him. If
do you know what? I think it must be that the rumors are true that he is on around 50, 60 grand a week and nobody can afford that. So he's just happy to just hang around because for the sake of his career, surely he should have accepted some of the people who've wanted him in the last few years. It must be the wages because 60 grand a week for someone like him, with all due respect, is a lot of money. Like he barely even established himself in any way as a footballer and he earned 60 grand a week, which is a lot. His agent is an absolute G. I'm not even gonna lie.
I don't know how his agent pulled that off.
They're mad. Like, do you know what I'm saying? So I think that's probably what it's got a lot to do with, bro. It probably is the way. Because you got to remember, when you only earn 60 grand a week, you do have to try and suck as much out of that as you can. Because you might go to another club and get half. And even though to us 30 grand a week is a lot, in the football world, 30 grand a week's not a lot. So he's probably like, right, I got to milk this contract for as much as I can because I may never, earn this much money again. So that could have a lot to do with it.
Missing out on the trip is going to be Dan's and Bobby Clark, unfortunately. Dan's has got a back injury. I can't remember what Clark's injury is, but they'll both be staying back and rehabbing. I personally think that's a big shame for those two. I think they could have made a real impact on this tour and really staked a claim to be in and around the squad going into the new season, especially Dan's, in my opinion, given that Jota's fitness is up and down, and also Nunes has just come back from the Copa America as well. So, unfortunately...
is he actually back at the club now?
No, as in, but he's not going on a tour, is he?
Oh no, but I was going to say that's still quite quick for him to be back in the building, even if it's just for.
I don't think he's back.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say that's barely 2 weeks. Bloody hell!
He shouldn't be back. He shouldn't be.
They
back.
should be given until at least August. Anyone who was in the latter stages of the tournament should at least be August before they're back. Because you've got to give them a proper break, bro. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to survive the whole of next season. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You've got to give them. I think a footballer should actually have a month where they do nothing to just fully let their body have 100% rest. I mean, nothing, no training, no nothing. Obviously, eat well and don't be like stupid and get out of shape. Don't do a Ricky Hatton, but they should have at least a whole month so that they can be fully ready for the new season.
No, I agree. I mean, effectively, some of the players did have that, if I'm not mistaken, because they'd have finished in May and would have started pre-season.
Yeah. The ones who didn't go to the tournament would have. Yeah.
But if you went to a tournament, that's where the toll takes a hit on you, doesn't it?
Mm.
So that the players who went to tournaments, we've got to be really careful with them going forward because they could still be suffering from fatigue.
People like Elliot might be absolutely vital this season, being that he's had a whole summer to be fresh. Curtis Jones, the people who didn't.
I think they'll be vital anyway, though, Drift, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. I do as well. But they'll be even more key with a summer tournament because there'll be players that'll be a lot more fresh.
Yeah.
So hopefully their impact off the bench, for example, could be even more of an impact because they'll be even more fresh. So therefore, they might be able to. That last 20 minutes might be a blistering 20 minutes every time because they've got more energy in them. So hopefully, anyway.
Shout out to a couple of you in the comments. I just wanted to touch on this quickly. Jaden Dands has been linked with a loan move to Plymouth. Forget about the team so far. I'm going to speak on another player who's been linked with a loan move. Would you loan out Dands or would you keep him?
See, that will all depend on the system that Slot wants to play because if he's going with a 4-3-3 and we've only got one up top, then Dan's probably won't play much. But you would probably still
advocate. Jota can't stay fit though.
Yeah, no, that's what I was gonna say. But you probably would want him around literally in case anything happens to Jota. So it'd be a tough call because if he's playing week in, week out, he can become the bad boy that he looks like he's about to become. But then you risk not having him around if you get a situation where you need him. So it is a tough one. So what do we do with Dan's? It is quite a tough one. I don't know. Here's the thing. Like, do you believe in Dan's enough that you would scoff at the idea of buying a striker based on him coming through, or would you still buy a striker? I mean, the one that you will. So say, for example, Dreamwell scenario, Isak did an interview and just talked about how much he loved Liverpool, and then we found out that we could get him for 68 million, as an example.
Tables rising.
Oh, so you would stunt Dan's growth to get him. You wouldn't think, nah, but what's going to happen with Dan? You'd be like, who cares? Let's go and get him.
No hands, bro. No hands.
And I mean, we keep Jota and Nunes as well. I don't mean one of them goes. I mean, so Dan's will become fourth in the pecking order.
So this is what I would do. If we were to go and get someone like Isak, for example, I would keep Nunes and Jota for one season and I'd loan out Dan's. But next summer, one of Jota or Nunes is being sold and Dan's is coming back as the third choice.
Yeah. That would make sense, yeah.
So, yeah. So, for me, but what I see happening, if we are to loan out Dan's and it leaves ourselves with just Jota and Nunes, I think that would see Salah become one of the strikers.
But bro, I've been saying I think he's going to be moved centrally. I don't think he should be central and be a number 9. He's not good at that. But he needs to play central at his age now. However you can fit him into a system where he's central, his creativity is on the highest level. He's still got the intelligence and he's still quick enough to play centrally. I just think he's lost too much pace to be a winger now. He doesn't look like he's got the... Every now and again, it might happen, but fullbacks are getting quicker. And it doesn't look like he's got the pace to get past them anymore. Like, it burns me when I remember that he got pocketed by Nacho that time we played Real Madrid. It's like, I can't believe that Nacho had the pace to keep Salah in his pocket in that game. Like, that was so frustrating. So
yeah, I hear that, but since then, we've also seen him tear teams up as well, though.
Only if you're talking about for pace, very rarely.
But does he have to outpace people? He's got the smarts to know how to beat defenders, whether it be passing around them, dribbling past them, passing through them.
See, here's the thing. I know, again, you talk about Salah in any way and everybody flipping. I believe that Mo used to have the ability to beat players with skill and pace. But because I don't think he's a brilliant dribbler, I think when he lost the pace, it meant the trickery wasn't as effective. Because his trickery used to be pace related. So he'd do a brilliant touch and then his acceleration would get him away from the player. Without having that acceleration, it's harder to be able to get past players. And I do think that's what he struggles with. When I watch him now, that's why I think he runs into players a lot now. I don't know if you noticed, but Salah does do a lot of, because his feet aren't as quick as they used to be. He'll like run into a player rather than run past them. And he'll be like, Mo, what was that, bro? And he gets dispossessed way more than he used to. I think centrally, though, he'd be able to just be calm and relaxed and use the creativity. Because when he's on the wing now, he beats people with the pass. I don't know if anyone's been paying attention.
Yeah,
but he's got that beautiful outside of the boot pass now that he's got. Or even curlers to the back post that he doesn't beat players with
or
skill
reverse, or a little diagonal reverse
up.
pass as well. He does all
yeah,
three.
yeah. But now he beats players with his passing. He stands them up and then he'll do lovely little reverse passes or slip line passes. Or he doesn't really try and take people on anymore, because I think even within himself, he knows now, I don't really have that pace I used to just scare the living daylights out of fullbacks. Like first couple of years of Salah at Liverpool, he had every fullback on toast. Like they couldn't touch him. Do you know what I mean? He's a different Salah now, isn't it? So I think if he's central with that same creativity, I think it'd be sensational. I think he's getting 20 assists in the league easy if you move him into the middle, somehow playing a number 10 role or support striker. Somehow, if you just get him, and he'll still get goals, bro, because he's still a goal getter and he still can finish. So you put him in there, you're probably looking at 15 goals, 20 assists if you play him centrally, easy.
Well, let me ask you a question, bro. Let's say there's the three strikers we have are Salah, Nunez, and Jota. Does that mean we need two right wingers? Or do we say,
no,
well, Salah can still play there sometimes. Kaide Gordon can play there if need be.
Well, no, because here's what I've been thinking about.
Big up Jamie Phillips. He would have, I'm guessing he's sent people over. Big up Jamie as always, man.
Yeah. Big up, brother Jamie, always. Jamal, don't do that, brother. I so cheeky for Jamal.
He's got a point, no Drift. He has.
Nah, come on, man. We know our forwards might have been a bit off last season, but they'll score. They will score. Gakpo, Nunez, Jota, between the three of them, they'd easily finish the chances to get Salah 20 assists. Easy. But, bro, I've been thinking about this. And speaking of the devil, Jamie, you guys have started to convince me that there's a possibility it could work with a certain player playing on the left, which is why things might get a bit funny. He can also play right, though. So, technically, that becomes a situation where we can buy one, and then Szoboszlai can become the utility wide forward.
It's a myth. I don't understand where this Szoboszlai and the right wing things come from.
We saw it at Liverpool, brother. At the beginning of the season, he was skipping past players. He was like using his pace.
He was doing that from midfield. He's not a right winger.
So you don't think Szoboszlai can play right wing? I think he can play right wing.
He's way more effective centrally or left. Way more effective.
Yeah, but same like Jota. But Jota can still play right to a high enough level. And I think Szoboszlai could play it to a high. Remember, I'm talking about him being the backup. I'm not saying he's the starting lineup, but I'm saying if you get in a situation where there was an injury to like Kubo, for example, and now Mo plays more centrally, then Szoboszlai can become the backup to play there, if you know what I mean, if need be, so to speak.
If that was happen, I'd rather Kaide Gordon get a chance.
Raw, for real. That's how much you don't think that Szoboszlai can play
I rate Kaide Gordon. I know people are going to cuss me for it, and I don't even mind the joking, but I rate our academy players. I do rate our academy players.
I do as well, but if we want to win the league, as you've been saying, bro, we can't have too many of them around, and we've already got 3 or 4. So if we start doing 5 and 6, it's just a lot of academy players.
No,
you know
but
what I mean?
Kai Gordon wouldn't be. He'd be like third choice though, because it would be. All right, let's say we went and bought Kubo. Kubo would become first choice right winger because Salah would be. In my opinion, Salah would become the number 9. Then you've got if Kubo gets injured, then Salah goes back to the right wing. If Salah needs a break, then you play Kai Gordon. So he'd be a third choice right winger effectively.
Fair enough. I'm just thinking of a scenario where like Brsetic, Kwanzaa, Bradley, Gordon, they're all playing. It'll be like, this is a lot of youngsters, bro. This is a lot of youngsters, bro.
Yeah, bro, run it up.
Don't get me wrong, it's exciting thinking about it, but in reality, it will be very difficult in slots for a season to have all these young kids.
Shall I be real with you, Drift? You see, if we fielded a team that was Kelleher in goal, I'm not saying this is for Champions League semi-final, but say, for example, I don't know, we drew a team, a Championship team or a League One team in the League Cup or FA Cup at home. Kelleher in goal, Bradley right back, Kwanzaa centre back with, I don't know, Joe Gomez, for example. Left back, Owen Beck, DM, Bichetic, Gravenberch and Elliott, or Gravenberch and Jones. And then you got Kai Gordon, Dans and flipping, I don't know, Gatpo or whoever on the left. Bro, do you know how happy do you know how much pride I'd have? Do you know how happy I'd be, bro? Oh my, I forgot about Tyler. Trademark. I forgot about the trademark. Doak. I forgot about Doak on the left. Hey, Drift, if we ever fielded this team like that, what Tyler and Bichetic in the pivot? Oh,
no, but the thing is, these men are good enough for the League Cup for them to actually play in what you're saying is reality. Because in the league and stuff, there's that pressure. But if we got like Preston, or what's the team you use as an example?
A League One team. Let's say a League One team.
Oh, okay, yeah. Or anyone like that. Then I would field all of those boys. I'd have them all playing in that game, and it wouldn't be disrespectful to Preston or whoever we're playing. These men are capable.
They're capable.
I'd have Clark, Kumas, Gordon. I'd have all of them.
Kumas ain't ready yet.
No, but I'm saying I'd play him in that game, like a round 3.
Doak left wing.
I'm worried about Doak because he's recovering from a bad injury.
Benjamin playing now and again's all right, bro. Benji's playing all right, bro.
But there you go, bro. You know what I mean?
D, bro. Benny D's
all right. And we're still forgetting about McConnell.
These are on the bench, bro.
Bro, the only ones I wouldn't play would be Kwanzaa and Bradley because they're first team 30s now. So they're 2 that I would actually like. So
what, Nalo, you put Nalo in there and I don't know, we'll find someone else. Nalo and someone else. maybe Mabea, maybe.
Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, that we've got to play one of Simikas or Robbo in that game because
Beck.
No, I was going to say, could we maybe put one of the left backs at right back?
Go big.
Hold on. So say Robbo was playing Prem and Champions League. You would actually deprive Simikas of the cup games, bro. So when was Simikas getting game time, bro?
He'd rotate Robbo in the Prem and the Champions League.
No, but I'm saying, like, that might not happen. Like, Robbo might play like 85% of the time.
That's not my issue, bro. Beck needs game time.
Bro, Simi gets no love, no.
But I'm not saying it's Simi, but it could be Robbo in that situation.
Good point from TK. We've got Chambers as well.
That's what I'm saying, man. People are sleeping on the youth, They're sleeping on the youth. Remember, I did say this about Bradley and Kwanzaa. No one really listened to me. If you didn't believe me then, do you believe me now?
Oh, fucking hell. Vandenberg. No, I think he'll go, but he's still about at the moment.
Yeah, Sepp's leaving.
Oh, you do think
very shocked if Sepp's not leaving.
Yeah, that's 15-20 mil that we need. That's 15-20 mil we need. Fact.
Speaking of youth players, though, our last topic, Kai Gordon's been linked to 5 championship teams to go out on loan. given what we've just discussed regarding Salah potentially going centrally, and us, it's very unlikely we'd buy 2 right wingers. Would you keep him or would you not? Would you put him out on loan for a season? Because if we do that, then we're potentially running a bit of a risk, in my opinion.
I feel stuck between a rock and a hard place with Kai, because after hearing what his mum said about how much he was suffering mentally with getting over the injury, I feel really bad for the kid. And I can't imagine what it must be like at that young age, because when you get an injury like that at his age, you're probably thinking to yourself, your career might be over, so to speak, because like, you know, it's going to be the first major trauma you've experienced, and you don't have that like big senior contract to fall back on as well. So I feel sorry for the kid. I understand what he's going through, so to speak. So there's a part of me that wants to keep Kai Gordon around, because there's nowhere better to protect him than home. There's nowhere better to help him get over this than at home. We have the best facilities. We have the, you know what I mean? So there's a part of me that wants to do the big brother thing, put my arm around him and be like, nah, bro, stay here, man. We'll make sure you're way more cool. But he needs the game time to become a man. And that's the dilemma. And a low move is how you do that. We've seen it, Morton. We've seen it, Bradley. Like, you become a man on loan. So I'm really stuck between a rock and a hard place. So what do you do with Kai? Do you protect him for his mental health, or do you send him out and risk his mental health for his physical development? Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I'm not saying another team can't mentally help him either, but he's going to get that care better being at Liverpool. Like, come on, let's be honest. Like, so, yeah, I do struggle a little bit. With what do you do with Gordon?
Ali, do you know what? God willing.
No, I forgot about Scanlon as well.
God willing, I'm gonna manifest. God willing, I have more time on my hands when the season starts. I'm gonna start doing stuff for the youth team. Like,
that would be a brilliant addition to the channel.
Like, even if I could do watch-alongs for it and all that, I'm gonna do it, man.
And you know what I love about our youth team, yeah? I love the fact that they train with the first team because of what Klopp set up with the way the thing is. And they actually get the same attention from the manager during that time. Like, he will go over and speak to the young players, and they get what it's like to be around. Like, I saw the preseason stuff, and Scanlon was like talking with like some of the senior players, making jokes with like Simikas and stuff. And I thought, that is so cool to be a young player, but feel like you are still involved with the first team. Do you get what I mean? And that you're not just like one of the little kids and who cares about you. So, yeah, I like the way we do things with the young players. If one thing people can't take away from Klopp, because I know a lot of people try and say negative stuff, is that him helping with that vision of bringing the youth and the senior team together for the progression of the youth team in the future was a brilliant idea. Brilliant idea.
Completely agree. Before we go, Simikas has been linked with a move away. Do you see that happening? Rumors came out the other day that he's very happy at the club and didn't want to leave, but
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm a bit stuck on it, because I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this, but I still think he's a super talented player. I just think he doesn't play regularly enough to show it, because he's a rhythm player. Simikas, I think that's why Simikas struggles when he just gets a random game somewhere down the line, which obviously, if you're the bench player, isn't good. So I get that. But he's a talent, man. And once he gets himself going, like even last season, just as an example, like before he got the shoulder injury, he was brilliant in filling in for Robbo. Like, we weren't even missing Robbo. And then he gets the injury, and then, you know, like, I feel bad for Simikas. I really do. I don't know what you do with Simikas. It's like, if he goes, fair enough. I get it. I understand. But I'd miss him. I like Simikas. I think he's a character around the changing room. I do think he's a brilliant player when he's on form. He's both-footed, which is brilliant as a fullback, because you can't restrict him to one foot. He can turn back onto his right foot and still put in a good cross. He's just a rhythm player, and that's the only problem. If you're not playing every week when you're a rhythm player, you look rubbish. And then people are like, oh, he's not good enough, get rid of him. And you never get a chance to prove your rhythm or to build up your rhythm. So yeah, I'd understand if he went, but it would be a shame. I do like Simikas.
And finally, I'm going to ask, if we were to sell Simikas, would you actually buy another left back like an Ait Nori, or would you?
We won't be, bro. We just talked about we've got Chambers and we've got Thingy, and
But in terms of long term, wouldn't you say it would be smart maybe to buy an Ait Nori and then next summer you sell Robbo, and then because effectively Robbo then gives you that buffer of a year to allow Ait Nori and Beck to have a season with Liverpool in and around the first team, and then next season Robbo can move on, Ait Nori and Beck take on the role and the responsibility full time.
See, here's the thing. You went and done it. You did the pulling on the heartstrings thing, because Ait Nori is my guy, bro. So we're talking about Ait Nori.
I mean, technically, I'll put you onto him still. I'll give you credit for sweets and snacks, bro. I'll put you onto Ait Nori, bro.
I just remember watching Wolves throughout this. No, I'm being genuinely serious, but I just remember watching Wolves during the season and being like, right, this guy is good, isn't it? If you did, then fair enough. I don't remember. I'm not denying it. I just don't remember.
You basically said, nah, I wrote my own lyrics, bro.
No, honestly, bro. Swear down. I honestly, I don't know. If you did, then fair play. But I just remember watching Wolves a few times and I was like, nah, this kid is talented. Who's this you? And then obviously I started to pay attention now. So that's my guy right there. So we go and get Ait Nori. With all due respect, bro, I love Simi. I love Robbo. But if one of them has to move aside, that's life. Either of them, that's life, bro. Like Ait Nori, that's life. But if it's anyone else, then yeah, I'll say you got to keep Robbo to be that senior member. He's one of the captain squad. And those things do matter as well. I don't think Simikas's influence on the team is good for anything other than vibes. Whereas Robbo actually keeps the standards up. Yeah, but we know Simikas ain't the man who's making sure everyone don't slack off and that. He's the man who's doing the clown shit and making everybody
be a beautiful day.
You know what I'm saying? You heard Virgil, man. Stop that. You know what I'm saying? I
treated Virgil like a bad bee, bro.
You know what I mean? People will actually think I'm being stupid when I say this, but you can't lose all your characters, but you also can't lose all your leaders. So you still need a Simikas around when you've lost. Adriani was very good at helping with the vibes and the thing. Matip was very good at helping with the. Do you know what I mean? These people are important. Everyone knows when you go to work, you do want to have fun as well. You can't just always be on thingy, you know what I mean? Or whatever. You need the guys, and naturally you need people who can run jokes. Because with all due respect, he looked like an absolute bad man, by the way, in that pose. Endo. He just posed like a G. I was like, see, this guy's got a place in the squad. But if you had a team full of Endos and Nabbies, everything would be quiet, everything would be chilled. Nobody would ever really be giggling and laughing and having those moments. So you need characters. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't see anybody leaving, to be honest.
I can see Simikas potentially leaving if a good offer comes in.
Can you? He loves the club. He's got a contract now. Because remember, didn't he only sign a new contract about a year ago?
Yeah, but I think if he can, let's say, I don't know, I can see Simikas going to a team like a team in the Europa, for example, or even a Brighton, and just playing regularly. I think he'd be all right with that.
To be honest, I would probably imagine him doing because I still think he's absolutely brilliant. Say, for example, if I was like a West Ham, an Aston Villa, a Newcastle, who else is kind of in that bracket? Brighton already have a good left back. But yeah, let's just go with those teams. If I was one of those teams, for example, I'd be all over Simikas. All over Simikas. Do you know what I mean? Imagine how good Simikas would be at a West Ham or a Newcastle. We're playing every week. He's used to the league already. I think it'd be brilliant for those teams.
Who's West Ham's left back?
It's what's his name in it? Cresswell.
Yeah, Simikas could walk into to West Ham.
I like Cresswell. I actually think Cresswell's good.
Yeah, I'd have taken Cresswell a few years back.
Yeah, so would I. He's a Scouse as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, so yeah, do you know what I mean? Like Newcastle were playing flipping.
It's Emerson, sorry, it's Emerson. I think,
yes, it is, isn't it? Yeah,
I
think he's better than Emerson.
Yeah, I think
Emerson.
he's better than Emerson.
Yeah, Simikas is better than Emerson. Wasn't Dunn playing left back for Newcastle last season?
Burns,
sorry, yeah. He walks into the Newcastle team at left back.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and they could probably pick him up off Liverpool for 10, 15 mil. It'd be an absolute bargain for a player, for a team in that era. Like in that like mid-range, like Premier League. Brighton have already got one, so they don't need him. But even Brighton,
they got Lewis Hall. Nah, Newcastle got Lewis Hall.
Oh, is he permanent? Because he was only on loan, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Is it permanent? I still think Simikas is better than Hall, but I guess they've just bought him, so yeah, that it wouldn't be.
What's your thoughts on Tariq Mitchell from Crystal Palace? I think he should have gone to the Euros personally.
Yeah, do you know what? I think he's like, you see, like when it comes to defending, I'd call him like the left back Wan-Bissaka. Right. Like he's brilliant in one-on-ones.
I think he's more of a Klein. He's not poor going forward.
I mean, Klein was good in one,
but he's not poor.
Yeah, no, but you know, like whenever I see a winger try and stand him up, he's very good. Yeah. Like you don't just, you know what I mean? You don't just have like a field day getting past him or whatever. Like you have a, was it Mane or Salah when we played them one time? And he was doing a brilliant job. And I was like, who is this kid? Because it was when no one really knew who he was. Like, who is this kid locking down Salah or Mane? I can't remember which one of them he was playing against. But I remember like, wow, what's this kid's game? Like, what's he on? So yeah, I like him. I don't know if I'll say he's Liverpool quality, but I do think he's very good though.
Fair point. Fair.
But I like, what's his name? Gehi. I think he's very good, and a lot of people don't think he's Liverpool quality. So
yeah, not to say he's not Liverpool starter.
No, I mean squad level. Like, would you?
Gehi doesn't move me. I thought he had a brilliant
Mitchell in the squad.
Who, Mitchell?
Yeah.
If we couldn't get Ait Nouri and we got Mitchell, I wouldn't be upset.
But would you be all right if it was because he was replacing Robbo or Simikas?
Yeah, I would be all right with it.
Fair dues.
My first choice for left back is Teo Hernandez, right? But I know that's not going to happen.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I know that's not true. Alphonso Davies, obviously another dream, but I know that's not going to happen either. So,
funny enough, I don't know if Alphonso Davies would work in the Premier League.
Oh, who, Davies?
He slowly looks like he's on a Gareth belting. It don't look like he wants to defend anymore, brother. Like he wants to be a winger, you know.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, he wants to be a winger, bro. I don't think he wants to defend no more.
No, it could be right. Could be absolutely right. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Pre-season is about to start very, very soon. I need a couple more sleep, so looking forward to that. People, if you haven't already, please do smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Going to help these super chats. Trying to think when we will next be back. Might be back on, well, Friday we'll be back.
Yeah, with the watch along.
Hold on, what's the day? Is it Tuesday today?
Tuesday today, yeah.
Oh, we might be back.
No, we'll be back tomorrow.
We're back before then.
Yeah, we'll be back
tomorrow. Josh says, did Mane have salary issues or did he just want to go? He just wanted to go.
Yeah, apparently he just wanted to play in another league. Like
a horrible narrative that got created, like the club didn't love Mane. Mane wanted to go. He just wanted to try a new challenge. Like no malice there from either side. He loved the club loved him. Just wanted a new challenge.
I definitely think there's some truth in the like he was unappreciated to a degree. I do think that people didn't realize just how good he was. I think he goes down as one of the most. Yeah, no, I mean in all facets, like opposition, our fans, just everyone. Like I think when we had him at the time, he kind of got took for granted a little bit, and I think people look back now and be like, "Raw, do you remember what Mane was doing?" But at the time, I think people took it for granted a bit. Like if we'd have had a conversation with rivals and we said that Mane was the best left winger in the league, they would have been like, "Nah, man, no, he ain't." We'd be like, "But he is." but they would have argued that he wasn't. Like, I don't know. I think people knew he was good, but I don't think he was appreciated the way he should have been.
Yeah, maybe. I
He
always
should have had a
did.
proper song made for him by the
Yeah.
fans. You know what I mean? Like, I think he should have, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because he's my favorite why I feel that way. But
ZZ says, big up Kop-Ish. Big up
up.
yourself, ZZ. Eastwood says, I have tickets for the Man U game match. So for the Man U match, if you want a live report from the match, hit my DM. Eastwood will do that, bro. Big up yourself for that offer. Shout out to Pops, aka Pimp in Distress. Says Kop-Ish gold video incoming. Excuse me, can you help with the top shelf? Sorry, got back problems. Big up Pimp in Distress, man. Big up Pimp in Distress. Such a great support of the stuff that we do.
No, Pimp's an absolute legend. But don't do me like that, bro, because you're gonna have the women coming and like slewing me, bro. Just let me rest, bro. It was a mistake. Next time I'll help.
Yo, what's good? Says take the way Slot uses his right winger, mainly 1v1 specialist, especially stand start if we are pinning the opposition back, which I think we will do better under Slot than Klopp. Then Sobo is a horrid idea. Yeah, I hear that. Could argue Salah's not the best idea for that either, though.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, that's just true.
LTAB says angry with Mac trying to normalize Enzo's behavior. I'm not wanting to speak on this. I'm livid with McAllister for what he said.
I haven't actually watched it because I don't want to. I just don't want to get into it all.
I'm livid with what he said. I'm also livid with some of the fans' reactions as well. But that's another video for another day. Yo, what's good? Says, think our left centre back needs to be someone like Murillo, Hincapié, especially if Slot uses his fullbacks the way he did at Feyenoord. Robbo, I worry for Slot's fullbacks come narrow in midfield. Theo Davies' profile doesn't make sense. That's a fair point. I think Mitchell would. I don't think if we were going to do the inverting of a left back, I don't think Ait Nori makes too much sense either. Tell you who would have made great sense, Calafiori. But hey ho, what can you do? What can you bloody do? But Drift, anything you want to add before we say goodnight to the people?
No, just big up as always. Smash that like button first, people. Another day, no more transfer rumors, but at least we're getting a little bit. Well, we hope we're getting somewhere with some of the contracts. So, yeah, big up as always, people, man. And yes, we will be doing a watch along on Friday on TIFO, people. So please make sure you come and sign up. We'll be putting out links as well and letting people know where to go. Because we will, in fact, should we do it now, actually?
Yeah, let's do
it. Because we will be doing all of our watch-alongs exclusively on TIFO, guys. and just a little FYI as well for everybody. TIFO is only private at the moment because it's been in the beta mode. From the beginning of the season, it's going to be completely full, accessible, and live to everyone. It won't be private anymore. It'll be open-ended, so you won't need us to be giving you the links and stuff anymore to get in. But for now, during pre-season, if you want to get in, big up Yaz. Yaz is a TIFO legend. Yeah, so there is the link in the description, guys. And if you want to join in, you have to put in the referral code.
TIFO's brilliant, people.
Kopish, which I've now put in the chat as well.
All one word, no hyphen.
Yeah, all one word, guys. No capital as well. So there is the referral code, guys, and the link. And yeah, gift gang in the building. If you know, you know. If you don't, come over and you will know.
Come and find out.
We've had Matt was in tears. It's been like it's mad. It's mad. Gift gang in the building.
Trust me. I'll be back later on tonight along with Jamie and Luke on the Sanderson show for a combat catch up. Drift, have you got anything coming up on your channel in the next day or so?
Possibly some gaming stuff. And the members are going to be getting some gaming stuff as well very, very soon. Shout out to the members each and every time as well. You guys never get underappreciated. Big up the members each and every time. So maybe. You know what? I have neglected my channel. Apologies. People keep on asking when you're back because of the Euros and obviously Tifo gang in the building. Yeah. I did give my channel a little bit of an abandonment. I will be back very, very soon. The channel will be popping. The horror games will be running. I will be dragging Cal to one of them as well. And yeah, it's gonna be do you know what horror film I watched the other day with the missus actually? Smile. I don't know if have you heard of it or have you seen the advert or whatever. Let me just show you the poster quickly to see if you would watch it. And it wasn't that scary, bro. I promise you, it actually wasn't.
I mean, I'll look at the poster, but I'm not gonna watch it.
Let me show you the poster. I'm not gonna lie, the poster's creepy still. We're gonna have to try and get. That's the poster.
Oh hell no! Hell no.
There's another one as well. Actually.
No, definitely not.
Let me see if there's.
Shout out to Guna Lee. All right, Lee, I see you, bro. Axel Foley, yeah. All right, cool. All right, Guna Lee. All right, I see you, bro. Oh yeah, no, Drift. I'm not watching that, bro.
Bob, it's not that scary, but it was all right. It was all right.
No, fair enough. I'll take your word for it.
I haven't watched a horror film months. Like I started feeling like I didn't like the vibes in the room, so I stopped watching them. You know what I mean? But
yeah, man, you keep inviting them spirits in, bro. You do your thing, man.
No, I know, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Until we moved to a new place, it was like, yeah, you know, you just don't know what happened in the yard before you got there and that. So, but
yeah, I do believe in those sort of things, man. You gotta protect your surroundings, man. Yeah, but no, people, as always, it's an honor and a pleasure to speak to you guys, to interact with you guys. To every single one of you joined us live, thank you very much. Smash that like button. To anyone who's watching this back on replay, please do the same. Smash that like button.
So look at Android.
Look at who's?
Android. He's never gonna live it down.
No, he's not. He's never gonna get rid of the charges.
Oh,
no, we appreciate you all. We'll be back tomorrow, so make sure you switch on the notification bell. Guna Lee, you're not gonna get away with this, Guna Lee. I'm gonna get you back, bro. Virtually, obviously. But big up to you all. And yes, until we see you next time, have a great rest of the day, evening, or night, wherever you are. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish out, people. Take care.
Peace.